Honk Your Horn Halloween special was something that really wasn't meant to come out as long of a piece as it actually was. It was really supposed to be something simple. Dan and Vader maybe return from trick-or-treating at their new apartment and just chilling, eating candy and getting sick off of it or something. And then my mind just turned into, well, I kind of want to do a Halloween Michael Myers Honk Your Horn crossover. And that's really what happened. The hardest part of the day was fighting the sun. The first location, everything had to be shot in order. Had to be. Because as you see in the episode, it gets darker and darker as time goes on into the clip. The first location was kind of tough, only because people were stopping there as well. I got into a conversation with somebody in the middle of filming, and I'm just like, okay, and I didn't want to leave the conversation, but I'm also like trying to check my watch, like how much sun do I have left, because I got other places I gotta go. So that was interesting. We got very lucky with the Michael Myers house sequence because I don't have any lights, never really have. And luckily for the iPhone, it films pretty decent at night as long as you have some light. The Michael Myers house actually is decently lit at night. But we got extremely lucky because we had actual moonlight. It was the night before the full moon, so we almost had a full moon. And you can see when Michael is hovering over Vader, when he comes towards the camera, if you look up into like the sky, you can see the brightness of the moon. And it really just looked perfect. We really couldn't have picked a better night to film that scene. I think one of the biggest struggles / experiments on this shoot was figuring out how to do a walk and talk scene with Vader. You never see him walking because I can't make him walk. He kind of just is there. So figuring out how to make it look like he's walking with me was a struggle. And it is what it is. The cut is the cut. But I think we did an okay job. I think I did an okay job. Then, of course, at the Myers house, when I put the Michael Myers outfit on, people showed up. People show up all the time, regardless. It's a very big attraction, especially in Pasadena. Arguably the biggest attraction in Pasadena. Everybody goes to the Myers house, especially now in October, Halloween season. So when people showed up and they're taking photos of the house, as I'm trying to film this this Halloween special, and then they see me in my outfit, they're like, "Can we take a picture with you?" Like, what am I going to do? Say no? That's not how fandoms work. You don't just say no. And you're not going to be rude. I did everything in my power to make sure that I took photos with everybody and videos or whatever they wanted to do, while also trying to get the project done. So that scene, just the scene of me standing there, walking up to Vader, raising the knife, doing the slash, and then looking out the side of the house. Like, that whole thing took probably an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and it could have probably taken 30 to 40 minutes easily. On top of all that, you have Vader's lightsaber that doesn't turn on and stay on. It turns on, it lights up, it stays on for about 5 seconds, maybe 6 or 7, I don't know. And then it shuts off. So I had to pre-record the camera, press his lightsaber, put the mask back on, hustle into position, and then it was action from there. Just the most annoying part of the film, of filming it. Easily. And his stand that I usually put him on to keep him up, both of them have broke like a month or 2 ago, 2 months ago. So I needed to find another stand to get him on. And the one that I got is complete crap. It doesn't extend. You can see it in a couple clips from the special. And when he had his lightsaber in his hand, it put too much weight on him to where he would just fall over. So that was a struggle too. And then imagine this. I get Vader into position with whatever he's doing, facing the door, looking the other direction, lightsaber, whatever. I finally get him set up. Oh, can we take a picture with you? Let me move Vader out of the way so they can get a good picture, so they don't have Vader just sitting and standing there in the background of their photo. Now I gotta reset him, get the shot, move on. It was a very draining night. I got back to the apartment and I was like, my brain finally had a chance to like not think. And I was like, oh my goodness, I am so tired. And not for nothing, we did a lot of jumping around. All the locations that we went to had to do with Halloween, and then the alleyway. It is the actual alleyway from Halloween 2. The only one that I'm not sure about is the corner that I turn around. I wanted to mimic the corner that they turn around in the original Halloween. I tried to look it up online. I couldn't find it, but I'm pretty sure that was it. But I'm also not sure. So that might be the only location that was intended to be a Halloween location, but actually wasn't. But the first place was Laurie's house. Second place was the Real Hedge, which that was my first time being at the Hedge. I had been to all the other spots before when I did the tour last year. And then from the Hedge, I did the turn onto the street with the stone sidewalk, assuming that was the actual one. And then the alleyway. It was the actual alleyway. I had to look for it for a second because I did the tour last year, so like I kind of know where it is, but I don't fully know where it is. But there's one indication that tells me that this is it, and it's the X on the telephone pole. It's in the movie. It was still there on our tour. I saw it when I did it. So I'm like, yep, this is it. This is definitely it. The interesting thing is the end of that sequence when we come out of the alleyway and I'm telling Vader, hey, the car's this way. You go trick or treat these last few houses and then I'll come pick you up. That's actually not in the same alleyway. If you look at the back of the alley, you see that white fence. That's where we come out of. So that's called cheating. cheating it to make it look like it's the same alleyway. Overall, it was a very fun shoot. It was a lot of running and gunning, of course, because, again, the sunlight. But it was a good time. I'm happy with the way that it turned out. And I hope that the fans like how it turned out. My apologies to those who are showing it to their 6-year-olds that get terrified of Michael Myers. He's a terrifying guy. But Halloween has always been my favorite horror film. It's really the only horror film that I really care about. I'm not a horror film fanatic. Just that one. Halloween has always been it when it comes to horror films, and it's the main thing that I watch during the Halloween season. So to do a crossover with Honk Your Horn and Halloween was pretty cool. Also, I've wanted to do a Halloween fan film for years. I've attempted it before. Never turned out very well. So if any collaborators are watching this, filmmakers, and they want to make a Halloween fan film, hit me up. Let's do it.